Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your favorite sports chica, Carolina Teague, back with another episode of League of Our Own. We are deep into our episodes. I don't even know where we're at now. We're probably almost at 100, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm with my radio producer, Gylan Jackson, making sure everything's running smoother than olive oil on a baby's behind. And the Spurs won right now. Can we just celebrate that for 1 second? Celebrate that, Gylan, with me. The Spurs just won. They're now 11 and 43. They've officially won 11 games.
So they've already played 54 games? No, that's not right.
Well, they're 11 and 43, so I would assume so. 54 games. Yep, they've been playing games.
Because the All-Star break is normally like the halfway point.
Right. So Spurs won. Congratulations to the Spurs. I'm really happy for them. They have been in a unique position all season, pretty much losing the whole entire time. So when you see little wins like this from the Spurs, it always feels really good, especially like Victor Wembanyama. He just said recently that the veterans, he needs a veteran presence on the team. And this is a sentiment that a lot of people have been thinking about. Wemby needs a vet, and he confirmed that for everybody. So shout out to Wemby. He pulled a triple, was it a triple-double? Shit.
So when did Wemby actually say that?
Yeah, triple-double with blocks. He had 10 blocks. He said that recently, a couple days ago.
So he said he wants a vet. They need to get a vet.
No,
what
he
did
just
they
said
say?
like a vet would be nice, something like that. Let me get the exact quote.
Oh, okay.
Wemby needs a vet. I mean, I don't know. Man, you're making me pull up quotes that I didn't even have.
No, I'm just curious what he said because.
I mean, the gist of it was that the Spurs need a veteran presence kind of to help him out. Like, it would be nice to have a veteran there that could help him develop. And that is true.
Who did your makeup?
Me. You like it?
No.
I think it's the pink. I look good in pink.
You lies. You did not paint your face like that.
No, I did my own makeup.
You lies.
Anyways, you guys.
You lies like Yolanda.
Yeah. Oh, wow. So speaking of Yolanda, we need to talk about that too. But today we got a lot to talk about. Thank you guys for joining us. We got Super Bowl talk that we're going to be talking about. What were your favorite Super Bowl moments? If you guys tuned in last week, you guys missed an excellent show because we told y'all exactly what to gamble on. And we hit 2 out of our 3 picks. We hit Usher over 8.5 songs. So if you bet with us, you made some money. We picked the Chiefs to win, and we took the over. We won. And we also picked the Gatorade color, which is the only one we lost. Damn it, we picked red, and it came out to be purple. So that was horrible. Lamont says I always look good. Thank you, Lamont. So let me just say this. What were y'all's thoughts on the Super Bowl? And Gylan, did you get to watch the Super Bowl yesterday?
Hell yeah, I was with my parents.
Oh yeah, how did
I
that
drove
go?
out to Bandera, Texas to go watch it.
And what were your thoughts on the game overall? I want everybody's thoughts.
I thought it was a decent game. I thought the second half of it was amazing. Well, the fourth quarter and overtime, one of the better games, going back and forth. Brock Purdy attempting to go toe-to-toe. So I enjoyed it.
Well, honestly, it felt like a nail biter. And people always say, I saw some people saying that the game was boring. And I was like, the game wasn't boring at all. Like, what game were they watching?
I wonder about people sometimes.
I couldn't. It was crazy because it was a low-scoring first half. Both teams scored 0 points in the first half. No, there was no movement at all. And the Chiefs were in San Francisco territory about to get a touchdown, and they fumbled it. And that was a big flub, and I thought that was horrible. So I was like, oh, my God, I had my money on the Chiefs. I'm at the edge of my seat because I'm like, the San Francisco 49ers, they might actually take it, especially after they had, I think it was 10-3 in the first half. Yeah, 10-3 in the first half. I'm looking at it right now. 10-3 in the first half, and no team has ever come back from the Super Bowl if they're 0 in the first half. So the Kansas City Chiefs putting up 3 points on the board was a good omen. This is there's only 7 Super Bowls where teams have come back from being in a double-digit deficit, and Patrick Mahomes has been a part of 3 of those 7 games. So this just kind of shows the caliber of what type of quarterback Patrick Mahomes is, and he is literally the definition of never underestimate the heart of a champion.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
Rudy Tomjanovich said that about the back-to-back winners, the Houston Rockets with Hakeem Olajuwon.
Yeah, I mean, he to me, it was the definition of somebody who's the heart of a champion because he was determined to come back. And it's like there was to me, you could tell he's a champion at heart because there was like a fire lit within him. And they ended up scoring 10 points in the third quarter. And the the 49ers had that missed
that was huge.
Extra point.
The blocked field goal.
That blocked field goal kick. That was a huge blocked extra point. That was a huge error by the 49ers. And that honestly changed the trajectory of the game. Mm-hmm. If they would have made that extra point, they would have won the Super Bowl. That was horrible.
More than likely. More than likely they would have won.
Right. More than likely they would have won because.
Well, I don't know because you still could have gone down and scored a touchdown. You wouldn't have to tie it with a field goal.
Yeah, but it was in the fourth quarter.
Right.
And they had 6 points, and you're right because Chiefs could have got a touchdown, which they did get a touchdown if I'm not mistaken at the end.
No, they got a field goal.
Oh, they got the field goal. Yeah, that's right.
Right. So, the field goal tied it. Because it was 16-13.
Correct. That's correct. But what I'm saying is, yeah, they were in a position where they still could have lost the game. But if you hindsight is 2020, that extra point meant that would have been the deciding factor of that game. It would have ended right in the fourth quarter had they made that extra point. So that extra point was a huge. It really would have, because if things would have went the way they went, exactly with the exception of that extra point, they would have won the game. But they missed it.
Well, but hold
the
up.
game was tied.
But you're saying if Mahomes would have, or I'm sorry, if the Chiefs would have kicked a field goal, but the ball's in Mahomes' hand. See, I look at it, don't disagree with you completely, but Mahomes had the ball in his hand after a field goal in overtime, and look what he did. They went for the kill. They didn't go just for the field goal.
No, what I'm trying to say is, so you're saying Patrick Mahomes could have went in for the kill had he known that extra point was there. Right.
Exactly.
Okay.
They needed the touchdown.
I see what you're saying. So his heart of a champion would have came out sooner, possibly.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
But you're right. But it was, I get what you're saying now. But that was a huge error, though.
I'm right.
I am going to say that. That was a huge error.
Yeah, that was a big time error.
Super big time. And then Travis Kelce had that huge run in the fourth quarter. I thought that was impressive. Mm-hmm, and yeah, that game was fun to watch. And then they go to OT, which is the second time an NFL team has had an OT ever in the Super Bowl. And did you see the 49ers were saying that they didn't know the rules of the overtime for playoffs?
Well, to be honest, nobody knew the rules of the overtime for the playoffs.
The Chiefs knew.
Until they Googled it. The Chiefs. Well, again, you got Andy Reid, who is a all-time great coach. Uh-huh. So, yeah, you listen, you can't make mistakes. And after that turnover and after the interception, the Chiefs did not make any more mistakes.
The thing is that you have, and I agree, but that's the difference between a good coach and a great coach. Because
100%.
The Chiefs were saying that every single game they were told the overtime rules during the playoffs. They would drill it in their heads what the overtime rules were. Mm-hmm, and the only time the 49ers team was given the playoff overtime rules was in the beginning of the season. Now, granted, the referee told them the goddamn overtime rules at the beginning of overtime, but but still, it just slipped some of the players' minds, which was also fatal error because, like you said, heart of a champion, they could have possibly fought a little bit harder had they had known the correct rules in overtime as well. So,
well, I don't know exactly what happened. I don't know why they didn't know the rules. I know a lot of people, I would say 80% of America, maybe 90% of America had no idea what the rules were because even the referee flubbed the rules when he was giving them out. But you are a multi-million-dollar coach.
Right.
It is your team to coach multi-millionaires. That's not acceptable.
Right. For us, we might not know the overtime rules by heart, but you would expect a team who is in the Super Bowl to have that drilled in their head for that 100%. Exact reason. And Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce
are actually cute in my book now.
I thought they were cute too. I was like, you know what? They actually are a little bit cute. And she was chugging beers and whatnot. No,
Taylor Swift is not what they think we are. Is not what we think she is.
Mm-hmm.
She got black people in her box, or in that box. There were black people. There's white people. She is America's darling, but she's more than just a pretty blonde chick, and we owe it to her to accept her as more than just that.
Yeah, and they look cute together. And Ice Spice was there. I don't know if you guys, and a lot of people were like, who the fuck is Ice Spice? I'm like, well, I like Ice Spice music, so I know exactly who she is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm a girl, so I like Ice Spice. And I thought it was really cute that her and Taylor were there, because Lotto just dropped a diss track, but that's neither here nor there. That's about rap beef, female rap
So
beef.
how good was that game, though, Carolina?
Like 1 through 10?
Yeah, 1 through 10.
That's a really good question. I'm going to say a solid 9. That was a 9 for me.
Okay.
And the reason why I don't give it a 10 is because my team wasn't there, so it's a little biased. But I think 9 due to the fact that it went to OT. So we got our money's worth. We had our events worth. We were on the edge of our seats. The touchdown drive at the end for Patrick Mahomes was pretty incredible. They were rushing down the field too to score a touchdown.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just like
he's the man.
He's the man. Is he greater than Tom Brady though?
He's a better overall athlete than Tom Brady. I think he has, but I don't think he's better than Tom Brady yet. I think if he gets to 4 championships and he goes back to back to back, that's going to be tough to root that he's not the greatest or one of the greatest. He's already one of the greatest quarterbacks ever.
Yeah.
But if he goes back to back to back, 7 is impressive, but damn.
Yeah, and this is the first time there's been a back-to-back NFL championship since the Patriots won as well. So he's on his.
Yeah.
If he's not greater than Tom Brady, then he's on his ass, if anything.
Oh, big time.
Yeah,
big time.
And also too, a lot of people were questioning: are the Chiefs now a dynasty?
You said yes in your social media post.
I say they are. I really.
I'm
do.
not saying. Go ahead.
No. Say what
I won't.
say.
I won't take away from it.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't necessarily know if they meet my of a dynasty. They win another one in say 2 years, 3 years. Mm-hmm. Then yes, I think they're a dynasty. But they're very close if they're not. Just real quick, Joel M. Cologne said, did you say that there hasn't been an OT Super Bowl game? There's been
2.
This is the second one.
This is the second one.
This
in the
is
history.
the first one under these rules. I think that's what we were saying.
No, I said this is the second time in NFL history that an NFL game in the Super Bowl has went to OT. So that's what I said. So yes, no, I didn't say this is the first one because I knew damn well there was another one that went to OT.
But this is the first one with these rules.
Yeah, but we could be, it's the first one with the
Lord.
Chiefs there. I mean, at the end of the day, there was 2. So
I just sneezed on air. Holy crap, that was crazy. I thought I muted it.
So no, we didn't hear you. You muted it. So
no, it got through.
I think the Chiefs are a dynasty right now. You got Andy Reid, who is arguably now could be considered one of the best NFL coaches in all time. And shout out to Matt Nagy, the OC. I think he's better as an OC than he is a head coach. Chiefs have their 3rd Vince Lombardi trophy in 4 trips over a 5-year span. So how is that not a dynasty? Like maybe if they make it 1 more year, then you could shut up everybody. Maybe 6 years could be dynasty level, but this is hands down a dynasty. I mean, what other team in the NFL is doing this right now?
Oh, nobody.
And I kind of feel bad for the 49ers, but damn, I mean, he definitely got out coached Kyle Shanahan by Andy Reid, and those little mistakes really cost them.
Yeah.
Joel asked, were the Spurs considered a dynasty for their run with the Big 3?
I think the Spurs are a different type of dynasty. I think the Spurs are a 20-year all-time great dynasty because of the amount of time that they spent at the top. How many playoffs that they made was unbelievable. We'll probably never see another team do that. So, yeah, they're a different type of dynasty, but I would put them in the same bucket as the Lakers, the Celtics, those great teams, because the Spurs had some all-time great teams. You never heard the game of basketball talk about being beautiful until that year that the Spurs beat the Heat. And Magic Johnson was like, they play a beautiful game of basketball. And they did. That year, it was unbelievable.
So I would say the Spurs are a dynasty because they have an Oreo cookie. Spurs, they did a dynasty, Oreo dynasties. Remember those? They had
That's
the Bulls,
so weird.
the Bulls cookies, the Celtics cookies. I mean, they got an Oreo cookie, so that's a dynasty to me.
It.
So anyway, so I mean, that's all there is to it. If you don't have no goddamn Oreo cookie, then you're not a dynasty, especially for an NBA team.
So during the game, Andy Reid bumps, or Travis Kelce bumps Andy Reid. Tell me about that. What do you think?
So Travis Kelce bumped into Andy Reid. There was a moment in the game where they blew up on each other. Or actually Travis Kelce blew up on Andy Reid, and they did the lip reading for him. There was like an expert lip reader, and he basically said, "Keep me in, you fucker. I'm calm now. Hey, come on, you fucker. Put me on." Well, first
Is
of all,
that what he said?
Yeah, that's what he said. "Hey, you fucker, put me in. I'm calm now." First of all, he wasn't fucking calm. So why the fuck is he even saying that?
That's funny.
But I mean, he wanted to play the game. And so I guess he was yelling at him. He even bumped him.
Yeah.
Do you think there was something wrong with Travis Kelce disrespecting Andy Reid? I'm going to go ahead and say no, hell no. You're in the Super Bowl. People are going to be emotional. You're going to have these emotional moments. Andy Reid even said post-press conference that he knows Travis Kelce really well as a player. And I really think a lot of people in this world have gotten very fucking soft. And I'm going to say that again without cursing. I think a lot of people in the NFL or who follow the NFL or just sports in general have gotten very soft. I said this with Coach Popovich saying that you shouldn't be booing the players on the opposing team. And I'm going to say it for Travis Kelce screaming down Andy Reid's throat. What happened to the passion and the heart of these teams? When I say that you have a heart of a champion, that includes these type of moments where you are so passionate and so emotional and you're at the cusp of your Super Bowl. Just think about it from their perspective for just a minute. These are people who have been playing football their entire lives. From probably middle school into high school, had to make that past that cut, had to get into college, probably didn't get drafted where they wanted to be drafted at, or even got drafted where they wanted to be at. But at the end of the day, there's levels to this. Then after you make it to the NFL, you have to have a winning season, and you might not win a Super Bowl. So then you have to go back and try to get to the top again. Think about all of that hard work and all of that pain and passion that you put into your craft of trying to be a Super Bowl champion, and you're finally at the game you've been trying to get to your entire life since you were a child, and you loved watching football, and you loved throwing the football with your dad, and you liked practicing, and you would look at the TV screen and see your favorite team and said, "Daddy, I want to be like that one day. I want to be just like him. I want to be in the Super Bowl." And then you put everything you have into this game and into this whole entire system of what is the NFL, and you stick with them through better or for worse, and you stick with them through all of the controversial moments, and you finally make it to the creme de la creme, the top of the top, and there's crucial mistakes being made, and you know as a player that you got it, and you know you can take care of it, you know you can handle that particular player, you know you can block that certain player, you know how to get past a certain player. You mean to tell me you're not going to have those emotions? Like, "Coach, I got this. Put me in the game. I'll do anything it takes to win this Super Bowl today. And if they can't handle it, I will. Because I don't know if everybody else forgot on this team, but I'm trying to win a goddamn championship. And if the coach messes up, I might say something too. Get your head out of your ass, Andy Reid. We need to win right now. Let me in the fucking game. I'm calm now." You fucker. That's what he said. That's what goes into that moment. It's not just a game that is like the way that we're looking at, where we get together on our couches and we eat chicken wings and stuff and we're just watching a game for leisure. This is their life. So I do not care that Travis Kelce went off on Andy Reid, and Andy Reid knows that, and that's why Andy Reid is okay with it. Because if you don't understand that, if you don't understand the mentality of these players, if you don't understand the heart of a champion, because not all players are the type of players who just want a paycheck and go home. Some people, like Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce, they want a dynasty. They want to be champions. It's not about the money. It's about the accolades. It's about the respect. It's about all the hard work and the grind and the grit that it takes to get there, paying off. So for anybody who feels like Travis Kelce was wrong for going off on Andy Reid, then you just don't get it. And you're soft.
Wow. So I don't know how I follow that up, except
it's the truth.
The reason why it's okay, it's because of the relationship that Andy Reid and Travis Kelce have. That's the only reason it's okay. There's no other reason to put your hands physically on anybody, period. Because if that was your kid that bumped a coach because he saw that, you'd be sticking your foot up your kid's ass because they were trying to win the championship. No, you don't put your hands on other people. That is not how or the best way to communicate. Again, Andy Reid and Travis Kelce have a very different relationship, and that's why it's okay. Amzai said, imagine if that was Lamar Jackson bumping into Harbaugh. Imagine the outrage that America would have if it was a black player bumping into a coach, bumping into an older coach. So we can't have it both ways and say people are soft. But there's many times that Tom Brady went off on Belichick that we have never seen because they protected Tom Brady in what he did. There's many a times where players are slamming their helmets on the side. So why was this such a moment that needed to be played over and over and over again? It's not how sports are supposed to be. And I don't remember many players ever bumping anybody like that. Is it right or wrong? I don't know if it's wrong. It's right for those two individuals. But if that would have been somebody else in America's eyes, it would have been a completely different thing. And we have to admit that.
It would. But for me personally, if it was Lamar Jackson doing the exact same thing, I would feel the exact same way. Because I'm not going to waver how I feel when you have the heart of a champion. Whether you're Lamar Jackson or not. Whether you're Travis Kelce or not. I wouldn't feel like that. America might, but I wouldn't.
So what do you think? Where's the line that we draw?
So here's the thing. When you're about to have I wouldn't bench.
Where's the line that you draw? If he would have knocked Andy Reid over, would that have been too much?
My thing is this. It was a championship game. We can handle that later. I hope that behind closed doors, Andy Reid got in his ass because he deserved it. Yes, he was emotional, but handle that afterwards. Right now, we're trying to win a championship. And there's no way Andy Reid could have benched Travis Kelce, who had that big run in the fourth quarter when they were trying to get a touchdown, when they were down, trying to get into overtime. If he would have benched Travis Kelce for that, they would have lost the game. So Andy Reid had to keep his cool as a coach because he's a great coach and think about the big picture, which is we got to win this championship. Now, however they handled it closed doors, I hope he got in his ass because what he did wasn't right. What he did, physical touching, I agree. It's not okay. The yelling, all that stuff, it's not. I understand.
I'm okay with the yelling. I'm okay with the yelling.
The passion in the moment, in the championship game, I get it. But handle it afterwards. Okay, we won. Now, when we get back next week, I'm going to get in your ass.
Yeah, Travis he on a boat somewhere. He ain't. And Andy Reid, they won a championship. It would have been completely different if they didn't win the championship.
Yeah. Now, if they would have lost, they would have been like, okay, you're an asshole. Because not only were you
Andy Reid's old butt falls down.
Or if they would have lost, then the narrative would have been different.
Exactly.
Because it was like, okay,
different.
Yeah, because then it would have been like, okay, you're an asshole and you suck too because you lost.
And the Drew show. There's no such thing as a race card. We have different ways of looking at things. Carolina looks at her things through the prism of being a woman sometimes. Sometimes I bring up black stuff. Sometimes I bring up white stuff. You may bring up, I don't know, whatever. But it's not the race card, man. If we can't have conversations about something and discuss our differences, what can we do? With that said, I'm sorry, Carolina, back to you.
So like I said, I would not have changed my opinion on what happened if it would have been Lamar Jackson. However, I do see that America would not have taken it the same way. And whether, you're playing the race card or not, that's just...
It's a fact.
It's a fact. That's what would happen. And it's the truth. But it's okay because that's not what really happened. I think, back to the conversation at hand, it's okay to be passionate when you're in the Super Bowl and you're having that moment. And yes, they won the championship. They're probably celebrating. But I hope when Andy Reid gets a moment, he gets in his ass.
Oh, they'll talk about it. They'll talk about it.
Yeah, for sure.
Amzai says, bruh. Like that, bruh. If I'm the NFL, I'm suspending Kelce. I can see it because there's rules for a reason. I don't know if the NFL, I think the team could fine them, maybe suspend them. But again, this is their relationship.
If it happens to where he gets fined, like if I get fined $225,000, $100,000, and I'm Travis Kelce, I wouldn't give a damn because I just won a goddamn Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So the coach didn't take me out. He made the right decision. We ended up winning. I'll pay the fine and I'll apologize to my coach afterwards. Let them handle it behind closed doors. And Jonathan Patrick said their special relationship is just damage control. It probably is damage control. That's what I'm saying. I think it is damage control a bit. And I think behind closed doors, Andy Reid, being the coach that he is, he's going to handle it. But he probably looked at the bigger picture. Because had he made an impulsive decision based off of his ego right then and there, because Travis Kelce wasn't thinking about anybody but the team, and his ego might have got it the best of him in that moment. Andy Reid, as the coach, as a smarter person, just like you guys brought up Coach Pop, you would think in those moments Coach Pop would have that level head to not have that ego to keep him in the game because they're trying to win a championship and then handle it later. So Andy Reid made a smart choice. Now, however they handle that afterwards, quite frankly, I don't think they give a damn because they won a championship.
And Andy Reid did reach out to grab him too. And not in a harmful way. It's like, yo, what's going on? Like, I think Andy Reid was generally shocked in that moment. And then he reached out to Kelce. But it is what it is. And no championship Spur would have put their hands on Pop. That's just who Pop is. But there are coaches that let players push the limits sometimes. Tom Brady pushed the limits big time. And I'm sure Tim Duncan got upset. We just never saw it because that's the way that the Spurs were. And we may never go back to that way with the Spurs. Maybe we do, but who knows? Wemby may get up in Pop's ass one day. I don't think he will, but he could. So let's not take what happened with the Spurs in the past or what happened with Pop now and say, well, this is how the rest of sports in the league should be. I think it's a beautiful thing to have different personalities and styles and everything else. So
Travis Kelce may have went a bit too far in a lot of eyes of a lot of people. However, I understand why he was in that moment. So I can't be too mad because I get it. And Andy Reid handled it the right way.
Yeah.
That's my final thought.
Yeah, I think so. Mm-hmm. I agree. So, all right. Now the big debate. The big debate. Was Usher a top 3 Super Bowl halftime performance?
Okay. So I will admit that I was a victim of the moment because originally I said yes. But you know what? I'm still going to keep it at yes. This is my personal top 3 moment. And I'm going to say this because...
Over Beyonce? So let me ask you. Hold up. I want to hear your opinion, but better than Beyonce? Better than Bruno Mars and Beyonce?
This is really tough. Bruno Mars is
Better
great.
than Michael Jackson?
I wasn't old enough to see that one.
You got YouTube clips. No excuse.
No, I wasn't.
You
in
can
the
watch
moment.
YouTube clips.
I didn't see it. But I mean,
Better-
I've seen the clips, but I wasn't in the moment experiencing it. It's
Okay.
different.
Better than U2? Again, I don't think you saw that one.
Prince is my number one because it actually rained during Purple Rain. I'm going to give it to that. The reason why, and then Michael Jackson based off the clips I saw, but I didn't live to see that moment. I also like the one with Paul McCartney where he had all the hearts and all the hearts too. That was a pretty cool performance. But I'm giving Usher my number three, my personal number three, and everybody disagrees with me that he's not a top three. So you guys already in the comments saying that it's not a top three, and Gylan's right. I understand y'all don't get it, but for me and my personal top three, I liked it. For it. I like it because I like Usher as an artist,
right?
And I feel like when you can get emotions out of me, you're and goosebumps. That's an automatic win in my book. So I had goosebumps the whole time. I cried when he started singing "Burn" because these moments touched me during my childhood. So yeah, I give Usher my three because I think he put a lot of heart and soul into his performance, and he brought out some great people. So I thought it was a good performance overall. And yeah, Usher is the king of R&B, Mike Jones. I agree right now. Oh yeah.
See, Amzai says top 15.
See, so everybody has different opinions. Amzai putting him in the top 15. Would you push for a top 10, Gylan?
I could see top 10. I'm at Prince, MJ, and Beyonce, Bruno Mars, U2, with probably MJ and Prince and Beyonce being my top three. Right? But I guess for Carolina and to mansplain for everybody, it's her moment, right? It's what she grew up with. It's a feeling for her. So I can rock with that. Now, do I think he has some of the better vocals that I've ever heard? I thought he did an excellent job of performing live, right? I thought that was really good. For me, Little John and CeeLo, I know it wasn't CeeLo, but Little John and Lil John.
Jermaine Dupri.
Yeah, I know. Jermaine Dupri out there looking like CeeLo. And Usher, if they would have done that for like 5 minutes, then and just played it out with the drums and everything else, I could have seen that taking it up to another level. But for me, it's hard to be an R&B singer and so smooth and bring the energy that I think a Super Bowl performance needs to have. So is he top 10? Possibly. Is it one of the better vocal performances? Yes. Is it top 3? No way in hell.
Everybody disagrees with me, and for a lot of times people agree with me more than they agree with you, Gylan, but I think the majority here agrees with you this time. Everybody's saying Usher's not a top 3, but if you do have a top 3 show or a top 3 shows, do me a favor and list your top 3 of all time. What are your top 3 Super Bowl performances? What's your personal list? Because my personal list might be garbage. Gylan thinks my top 3 is garbage. I said Prince, MJ.
Oh, it's horrible. It is a horrible take. It is a horrible take.
Everybody was saying it was horrible.
I did a poll on Twitter. I'll put it on my Facebook page. I didn't tag Carolina in it because I didn't want to mess with you.
Oh, I forgot about Dr. Dre and Eminem.
Yeah, and that's what Jaden, our intern, said. Was like we had 2 years ago or last year.
That was like 2 years ago.
Yeah, we had the greatest hip hop performance ever, or the biggest one.
I do.
MJ, Prince, Beyonce.
I need to watch the full MJ one, but I do like. I will say, like, aside from R&B, which I love R&B and rap, Paul McCartney's Beatles performance when he did the Super Bowl, I thought that was pretty incredible.
I thought that was pretty cool.
I thought
cool. Katy Perry's was pretty good too. It was epic. Hers was epic.
So would you put Katy Perry or Usher?
Listen, okay, so the way you feel
about
Usher.
And none of y'all mentioned Shakira and J-Lo, by the way, the only Hispanics that ever did this.
the way you feel about Usher is the way I feel about Missy Elliott.
Okay, so
Katy Perry and Missy Elliott was amazing to me. Mm-hmm. Yo, LJ, Michael Jackson, Prince, and then In Living Color, Fox Special 91. So this was before your time. Mm-hmm. What you remember? You've heard of the show In Living Color, right?
Yeah, I remember that show.
Okay. In Living Color said, "Fuck you, Super Bowl. We're going to do our own halftime comedy special." People were tuning away from the Super Bowl to halftime to watch In Living Color.
Wow.
That's when the Super Bowl was like, oh shit, we got to come hard or come correct. Mm-hmm. And they came finally correct.
Christopher Summers says that he likes MJ, he likes Prince, and he likes Beyonce. Ryan Littlefield said Usher was struggling to hit the right notes while dancing. It was not a great singing performance at all. This is coming from someone who has been trained in music since he was 7. Okay, so Usher wasn't hitting his notes.
Yeah, but you're also in the Super Bowl. I don't think people realize how hard that is.
Okay, I need to hear more. I need to go watch this In Living Color thing that all these like OGs keep talking about.
Yo, man, In Living Color, Men on Film. I think they did Men on Football. Uh-huh. In Living Color was the best sketch comedy, in my opinion, ever.
I need
Better
to see
than Saturday Night Live.
Okay, so I need to check out MJ. I need to check out all the old head or the OGs Super Bowl stuff.
Yeah,
Tim Gonzalez
says Bruno Mars.
Yeah, everybody. Okay, so I get it. Usher's not a top 3. God, okay, I get it. Everybody's like, you wrong. Arthur said Katy Perry. So yeah, everybody's saying everybody but Usher essentially is
but
in
I
their
think
top 3.
everybody thought Usher did a good job.
Why did Usher touch y'all? I guess because I'm a girl. Maybe that might have something to do with it. Like, he just touches my soul. Like, me and my sister were going crazy in the living room. We was like, we want to go see him in October. Like,
oh, I was dancing. I thought it was solid, but it wasn't Beyonce. It wasn't Michael Jackson.
And then Alicia Keys did Alicia Keys.
Damn sure wasn't Prince.
Okay, I don't know if y'all saw this, but I guess it's going viral all over the internet that Alicia Keys cracked when she said "some people," but the "some" was cracked, so it was like She hit that note. But did her cracking that note affect the overall grade that you would give the performance?
No.
Oh, yeah, I did like when he took his shirt off. I did go crazy on that part. He sang all the hits. Y'all don't remember Nice and Slow? Y'all don't remember Confessions? Like, I can't believe it didn't touch all the way touch me.
I'm going to play the race card again. I'm happy that Usher took his shirt off because normally black men get dragged for doing shit like that. And Adam Levine did it, and nobody complained about it. And Usher did it. I don't think anybody complained about it. So I actually thought it was pretty cool that he did that because that's something that's kind of earth-shattering for the Super Bowl and TV.
Anytime a man takes his shirt off during the Super Bowl, I'm cool with it. And you know what? And fuck the whole race card. Let's talk about the gender card. When Janet Jackson took her shirt off, she got banned. So that's the difference between men and women. So let's not talk about Super Bowls and stuff like that because Janet Jackson got banned when her nipple was hanging out with the little pasty on it.
Ryan Littlefield, are you saying that Alicia Keys has never been a great singer?
They say Alicia Keys lost her voice when she stole Swiss Beats from his wife. That's what the streets say. That's what the streets say. So
yeah, Maroon 5 performed at the Super Bowl. Sure did. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and anytime a man, takes off his shirt, I'm cool with it.
Dude, I love how all these men are commenting on the halftime show of the Super Bowl.
Can I say how I really feel? Can I say how I really feel? I think a lot of men are jealous that Usher is so goddamn sexy. That's why a lot of men are kind of like hating on him just a little bit.
Nobody's hating on Usher. Nobody's hating on him in here.
I feel like y'all judged him too hard.
No, I just told you I celebrated him taking off his shirt. I just said that.
I think a lot of the guys, or the main ones talking crap, were the guys.
Yeah, there were a lot of women.
There weren't a lot of women talking trash. It was the guys, and I do kind of think some of y'all are a little jealous of Usher.
But if you go to my post,
because y'all can't go on the stage right now and make us go crazy like the way Usher can.
I could make y'all laugh falling on some roller skates.
That ain't good enough. Usher is sexy. Usher is sex appeal, has a good voice, has hits. I do believe, and it takes a real man to admit that he might be a little bit jealous of Usher. That's why he was judging him so harshly. Because when J-Lo and Shakira were up there last year shaking their asses for 15 minutes, y'all was thinking that, oh my God, it was the best thing ever, J-Lo on the stripper pole. Did y'all not? All I saw was men talk about how that was a great ass show. Heavy on the word ass. Because J-Lo and Shakira were shaking their asses. Everybody was cool with it. And I love the performance too.
Exactly.
But y'all is judging Usher because it was a sexy man who caters to women having a fantastic show.
Why are you bringing the women card?
Because it's a girl show.
No, but I don't think there's no man in here that is dragging Usher for his performance. Not one person dragged Usher in here. And and a majority of the women on the post was saying that Usher was good, but he wasn't top 3. You were the one that said Usher was top 3.
I lost this debate. I know Usher is not top 3.
This is a first.
I lost the debate. Yeah, like I get it. Like, and he's in my personal top 3. Y'all are giving me y'all's personal top 3. So yeah.
Dude, these people are off the chain.
Everybody's going crazy right now.
Hilarious.
I think I've heard.
I love it.
Yeah, it's hilarious. We love y'all's opinions.
They even brought up R. Kelly. Like, how you bring up R. Kelly?
Okay, that's why I love this show, because y'all say the funniest comments. Y'all be cracking us up the whole time. Ryan said J-Lo and Shakira were amazing to watch, not the greatest to listen to. See, so some people are fair with their assessments. So
the Drew Stevie Wonder. It was Stevie Wonder and Gloria Estefan. Ooh. That was a good one from a musical standpoint. But Carolina, you're a bit young. So we have to take that in consideration.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because everybody's all over the place going crazy. I need somebody to give me a OG list of the shows that I need to go on YouTube and watch so I can, because obviously you guys think I have the Usher thing wrong. So what shows in the past that I might have missed growing up are some that I should absolutely check out, because
MJ and U2 for sure.
Okay, I need to see. I've never seen the U2 one.
Yeah.
Never seen the U2 one. Nino says Prince Michael and Bruno. See, everybody has different opinions. So, commercials, guys. What'd y'all think?
I thought they were mid. I thought there were way too many stars in them. I thought there were way too many stars in the commercials. I really enjoyed the Eagles, Falcons, Ravens one, where the players were flying and they were acting like birds. I thought that was hilarious.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I honestly thought they were kind of garbage. There wasn't one that captured my attention.
Yeah.
The only one was like, I guess Beyonce, I would say. And the only reason why is because it went viral afterwards.
She did break the internet.
She did break the internet because she dropped 2 country songs. But other than, I really didn't. You're right. I mean, just all celebrities everywhere. I miss the old commercials from back in the day. Maybe, now I'm starting to sound like one of y'all. Like, OG.
Actually, the E-Trade babies were funny when they were playing paddleball.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or not. What is that? Not paddleball. What is that called?
Ping pong?
No, what's that new game that everybody's playing?
Pickleball.
Pickleball.
Yeah.
When they're playing pickleball.
Yeah. So I would say.
Yep, Lady Gaga 2017.
Oh, that was a good one too. But I would say like the commercials, Ryan is how I feel is when he had time to check the food and take a shot. He missed too many of them. I kind of missed most of the commercials. I'm not going to lie. I just wasn't invested into the commercials. I know, Guyland, that's your favorite part. That's why I wanted you to give your opinion. But the synopsis of the commercials this year was that they were kind of mid and nobody really cared about them.
Yeah, well, Jesus was out there having people wash feet. So
yeah. So I mean, it was just it's just
follow the money on that one, Amzai.
So what else? What other Super Bowl? Oh, the Gatorade. The Gatorade moment pissed me off. No, because they always do because that's my favorite part of the Super Bowl is when the winners get the Gatorade thrown on their head. It usually happens right after they win. Bro, I'm sitting there at the end of the game for like 5 minutes. Like, where's the goddamn Gatorade? They cut to CBS dropped the ball. They cut to commercial and there's no Gatorade. And the odds for no Gatorade were 20-1. So everybody's like, oh, there was no Gatorade. Whoever got 20. But then somebody had to have said something to CBS because they filmed it probably like 15 minutes afterwards.
Well, no, I think what happened was, and if you go back and you look at the clip, the players grabbed the Gatorade, and it wasn't a normal Gatorade bath because the black guy that was the bald black guy that was like Andy Reid's body man, I don't know who he was, and then Andy Reid's wife was right there also, and I think that they had to clear them out before they dumped the Gatorade, so it almost felt a little planned. So you could be right. Maybe they did say, "Yo, go grab the Gatorade," but I don't think so. I think players always do it.
No, what I'm saying is like the players probably knew to grab the Gatorade, but what I'm saying is usually right away they grab the Gatorade and then it happens. In this situation, like CBS was probably like, oh yeah, we forgot to air the Gatorade moment.
Maybe.
I mean, because why did it take so long? Because the internet was like, where the hell's the Gatorade? And I know that y'all don't care, but that's my favorite part of the Super Bowl is the color of the Gatorade because I put money on it and I love to hit the color and it was purple.
And Usher with his shirt off.
But it was purple. So next year, when y'all watching the Super Bowl and y'all see the Gatorade, think about me. It's my favorite bet. And maybe you can do this is something that I do with my family as a tradition. We all pick what the color is going to be. Maybe this could be a tradition for you and your family. To ask your family what color y'all think the Gatorade is going to be because this is big money here we're talking
Chris
about.
Gonzalez said probably they probably did not get the Gatorade because everyone was confused about overtime rules.
Gatorade's always done on the sidelines. Thank you, Joelle. It's always done on the sidelines.
Also, watching the Super Bowl on Nickelodeon is kind of trippy. And people need to, I think next year I might watch a quarter of the Super Bowl on Nickelodeon because they do sliming and they have the players that are Toy Story players and stuff like that. They do this real cool tech stuff.
Oh, I love the kids Nickelodeon.
She lost the bet, Tim.
I lost the bet. I told you if y'all missed League of Our Own last week. Drew asked me about Thunder and Izzy, which I'm going to talk to y'all about that real quick after this. But I was going to say, what were we talking about? The Gatorade or something like that? What was we talking about? I forgot what the hell we was talking
Gatorade.
About. Oh, so if y'all watched the show last week, y'all would have won some money because we said we got the Gatorade color wrong, but we got the Usher over and over songs right. And we said pick the Chiefs and the over, and we won. So y'all would have won some money had y'all listened to League of Our Own, but y'all too busy listening to, I don't know, everything else. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Y'all listen and I love y'all.
Hold up. So, listen, let's switch it up real quick. Mm-hmm. So, Carolina, you know Thunder Rosa. Mm-hmm. You are the GM, right?
The general manager of Mission Pro Wrestling, absolutely.
Okay, so she slapped Izzy.
It was slap heard across the world.
What do you think about that?
Well, I think I don't want to. Look, I'm not going to say anything publicly about how I feel about Thunder Rosa slapping Izzy. That was her first win. And she was trying to teach her a lesson. She said, not everyone is your friend. I'm not going to publicly speak on how I feel. But I do have a meeting with Thunder Rosa very soon. And if you guys stay tuned on my social media, you will see how this gets handled because, like I said, this meeting has not happened, but I do have a lot of things to say about this situation because if I was there, that would never happened. So I'm just a little bit, I don't want to give my full thoughts, but what I will say is this, if you stay tuned, you will see.
Sounds like Thunder Rosa might have something to worry about.
I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to say I was in shock and I'm letting my feelings settle in. And you know when like something happens, I like to give myself 72 hours to control my emotions before I respond. That's something new that I'm practicing. I don't want to say anything publicly until I let my emotions settle, which is 72 hours from now. And then what's going to happen is going to happen. And that's it.
Okay.
I'll leave it at that. I'm just going to keep everything private. I feel like when you do business with somebody, even like between me and you, Guylan, if we do business together, I'm not going to put my emotions publicly or all over the internet. I'm going to have a conversation with you about it behind the scenes. I'm not going to go public with it. So yeah, I got to let my emotions settle, and then, you guys will hear what happens.
All right.
Okay. So back to real quick, the Nickelodeon stuff. I'm not going to watch it during the Super Bowl, bro. That's too kid-like. That could be where the kids are at.
It's still the Super Bowl.
It is, but I like watching that during regular season. But when I'm in crunch time and it's Super Bowl and I have to focus, I'm watching the real analysis. I'm not
watching. I want to
watching.
see people get slimed.
Go to the kids' room, Gylan. Go to the kids' room.
No, I'm going to change the channel, and I'm coming over to your house next time.
And
I'm going to bring.
He said Carolina will put her emotions out in public unless it's Usher taking his shirt off. Oh my God, that's so funny. Yeah. So I think that's it. We're done with the show.
That's it.
That was it. We're done with the show.
Yeah.
We really appreciate every single one of you guys for tuning in. Things I have coming up soon. River City Wrestling is February 22nd. And my friend Fox Perez, Handsome Javi, he's going to be my special guest next week. He's done sports television. He's going to be my special guest on Monday. I'm excited to have him on. We're going to be talking about sports and all that good stuff. And thank you guys for tuning in. We love y'all so much. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. All the people tuning in on YouTube, you guys are the
y'all
real.
Need to subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Y'all are the real MVPs. Everybody who's listening on YouTube, y'all get 10 points today. Gold stars. Everybody on Facebook too, I'm going to give y'all gold stars and 10 points. And if y'all want an extra bonus, y'all can go to my YouTube page and y'all can subscribe. We're almost at 500 subscribers. This weekend, I don't have any wrestling shows. I'm going to be watching Yolanda versus the entire country because I'm going to see what Yolanda has to say. Thank you guys for tuning in. I love y'all, and I'll see y'all soon. Bye.
Oh, that's me. I got to end the show?
You got to end say goodbye, Gylan.
Damn, where's my thing?
Say goodbye, everyone.
Huh?
Say goodbye to
everyone.